The flowering plant industry is a multi-billion-dollar annual industry in the United States. Young's Plant Farm produces plants for major retailers and garden centers in the Southeast. Annual refers to plants that survive only one season. Annuals are primarily grown in bedding flats, hanging baskets, and decorative containers. Production begins with the seeding process. Flats travel down the conveyor to be filled with a soilless media. The growing media consists of a combination of special nutrients designed specifically for growth. Once the flat is filled with media, the seeding process begins. As the flat passes under the dibbler, a hole is made for each seed. As the flats travel down the conveyor, seeds are pulled through the vacuum seeder and dropped into each cell of the flat. One seed is added to each cell. Once the seeds have been planted, a thin layer of vermiculite covers the tray to aid in water absorption. The planted flats then receive a final layer of water and are rolled onto growing tables to be moved into the germination room. The first phase of the growth process is called germination. The germination room maintains a critical temperature of 70 degrees and a humidity level of 98%. Annuals are kept in the dark germination room for 2 weeks or until the stem breaks through the surface of the soil. At this point, the stem will develop leaves and the plants are moved into the plug production area for approximately 5 weeks. Before plants are transplanted into saleable containers, potting soil is made in the soil room. The soil includes a combination of peat moss, perlite, and vermiculite. To finalize the mixture, dolomitic limestone, fertilizers, and a wetting agent are added. A conveyor takes the mixture to a large blender to ensure an even mix. The potting soil is dropped into a hopper and the flat filler picks up the soil and fills pots, baskets, and flats as needed. Flats travel down the conveyor to the transplanting machine. Based upon the configuration of flats, plugs are removed from seeding containers and transplanted into saleable containers such as the 6-pack shown. Every 6-pack flat has a total of 36 plants added to it. This facility transplants approximately 800 flats per hour. Once the transplanting process is complete, workers check each tray and add missing plants as needed, and also include customer care tags. The now transplanted flats are rolled onto growing tables, watered, and moved into a holding area. Flats and baskets are bedded in greenhouses to complete the growing process in the final production area. Flats are watered from an automatic boom that runs the length of the greenhouse. The boom has sprayers soaking the plants as it passes overhead. Growers have the option of choosing pre-mixed fertilizer to apply to flats and hanging baskets. Baskets are hung overhead. When plants pass under the head of a spigot, a sensor is triggered and water is sprayed to cover the basket. These lines rotate as needed for watering and sunlight. Once plants are fully developed, typically a 7-week process, they are ready to be pulled and processed for shipment. When large retail outlets place their orders, orders are pulled by store and plant assortment, then grouped together and placed on trucks for shipment to garden centers. More than 200 varieties of herbaceous annuals are grown each year in this facility by Young's Plant Farm. Some annuals have 2 to 10 color variations, each designed to meet the color and style demands of the end consumer.